All right, welcome to your first assignment for English 9. I'm going to go over the syllabus in class policies. Remember that as you're watching this, sometimes the video is going to stop on the right-hand side of the screen. Okay, right now this is my right hand, but I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever the right-hand side of the screen is for you. When it stops, you need to answer the question that shows up, and then you have to go through the entire video and the questions to get full credit for the assignment. Okay, so the syllabus, I've put in multiple places for you to be able to find it. So it's in the Files tab of our Teams page, it's in the File section of Plus Portals, and it's in the Welcome section of the class notebook. Remember to finish up this entire assignment. After you watch this video, you and your parent or guardian are going to sign the syllabus signature page in OneNote, and you're using your stylus for that. If you don't have your stylus, just use your finger, and that's showing me that you read the entire syllabus. So just basic information. This is English 9, my name is Miss Rice. I have office hours on the days that we normally have office hours in our school schedule. And most important to remember for this year is that it is going to be an unusual year. I will be flexible and patient and understanding and give you as much grace as possible. And I hope that you can do the same for me, and just know that we'll figure out together as we go along. When we go back into the classroom, a lot of these policies are probably going to change because we're in person. And so at that point, I might give you an entirely new syllabus with my expectations, but I'll make sure to communicate that with you in advance, and then we'll have a great year together. So required text for the year, we're going to start with Long Way Down next week. Then we'll read Lord of the Flies. Second semester, we'll read Kindred, Into Thin Air, and Romeo and Juliet. Most important thing is that you need to have each text with you on the day that we begin the unit. So starting next Monday, you need to, not Monday, it's Labor Day. Starting next Tuesday, you need to have Long Way Down with you. I will overwhelm you with reminders to make sure that you have your copy of the book. I'll give you the link to be able to buy it on Amazon multiple times in multiple places, but it's your responsibility to make sure that you have a clean copy of the book because we will be annotating them and I'll be grading them. You either will be or have already signed an academic integrity contract saying that you commit to upholding academic integrity and to doing your own original work as you're at Eastside Catholic High School. In the English department, if there were to be an instance where you cheated or you plagiarized something, I don't expect that to happen, but I think it's important for you to know what the consequences would be if that were the case. The first time you would get a chance to redo the assignment for 50% credit, and then I would also report it to the deans for schoolhouse consequences. The second time it happened would be a 0, and again, I would report it to the deans for schoolhouse consequences, and at that point, you're looking at potentially suspension. I've never had a student get to that point, and I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I just think, again, it's important for you to know what my expectations are so that we can avoid sad faces, grimace faces, or sweating out of nervousness of having to talk to a teacher and explain why you plagiarized faces. So there are 3 places that you're going to look for information about this course. The first is Plus Portals. At the start of each week, I'll have the calendar for what we're doing for the week posted on Plus Portals, and then I'll also have the deadlines for individual assignments throughout the week. In OneNote, I'll put all of the resources and assignments, and you can also access that just directly through Teams if you prefer. And then in Teams is where you'll turn in assignments, and then you can also look in the File section for general course documents. I will always make sure to include a time that the assignment is due. It will usually be by the start of next class, but sometimes it'll be like a classwork activity, and we don't finish in class, so I would give you until 9 p.m. the day of or the next day to finish it. We are all likely to have technical challenges. I just expect that going into the fall so that I don't get stressed out when it happens. The first day that I was back at work, my internet went out, and my internet never goes out. And so I was on the phone with Comcast explaining that I was trying to go back to work for the first day since the summer. So when that happens, just do your best to communicate with me if and when you can, and please don't let it be a source of stress. I promise I will never let your grade be impacted by events that are outside of your control, like tech issues. Oh, I put arrows there. Okay. And a smiley face. Okay. So for late work, if you don't finish an assignment by the time it's due, I will still accept it for up to full credit if you communicate with me about it in advance. This is a really important skill to have in life. I, as an adult at my job, sometimes don't finish something that is due. Maybe I don't finish like giving a report to my principal by the time it's due because I just had too many other things on my plate. When that happens, I don't just not talk to Mr. Aiello and try to ignore him in the hallways. Instead, when I can tell that I'm not going to have it finished in advance, I email him and I say, I need to let you know that I'm probably not going to have this done by Friday at 9 a.m. I can commit to getting it to you by Monday at 9 a.m. So I let him know, and I also tell him when I think I can have it done. So that's what I expect from you all. If you don't let me know in advance, you can still turn in the late assignment, but it would be for 60% credit. The end of the unit is where I'll cut off entirely any late work that I accept. So you cannot go back at the end of the semester. You cannot go back and turn in something from our first unit. At that point, it's lost its purpose. It's not going to be meaningful work. It's going to be busy work just to try to get a few points back, and that's not my goal for you in this class. So again, the key is just to communicate with me and let me know. You can email me, chat with me, office hours, whatever works best. The sooner the better. But even if it's like right before class starts and you realize, oh no, this was due and I totally forgot to do it, even doing that and letting me know that you forgot will be helpful to me, because the most important is just that I know what's going on with you. Okay, same for absent work. You have as many days as you were absent to turn it in for full credit. Again, if you're thinking it's going to be later than that, let me know when you think it'll be done. Here's what I will do. I will put everything from our class on Plus Portals, Teams, OneNote, record class meetings when we need them. I'll do everything that I can so that you can find anything you need. Your job is to go look in those places for what you missed. So the questions that I don't want to hear, because it means that you're not doing your end of the job, are things like, did we do anything yesterday? That's like the worst thing for a teacher to hear, because what if I say, no, we didn't do anything? Like, that means that class wasn't useful. We always do something. I hope that we're always doing something that's useful for you. Asking, what did I miss? That tells me that you didn't go and look yet. Or saying, I didn't know I was supposed to do that because I wasn't here. That tells me that you don't know what one of your responsibilities as a student is, which to go and double check. Also, you're welcome to email me or chat with me if you have questions about stuff that you missed in class. You're probably better off asking a friend first, especially if it's in the evening or like at night when you're working on homework, because I won't be responding then. And again, just like with late work, the end of the unit is the final cutoff when I'll accept any work. So for grading for this class, we just use a total point value. So I'll give you points for every assignment that you do, and then I have the total number of points, and your grade is the points you earned divided by the total points available, and that gives you a percentage. Students tend to like this because it lets you know really quickly and easily how much an assignment can impact your grade. And I have calculated out so that it works out to approximately 10% for work for completion, 40% for any work, classwork activities that I grade, 40% for major assessments like essays, and then 10% for the semester final. These are all approximate though, because it depends on like how the semester goes with the actual number of points that I give, but you can expect that it'll work out to approximately that. Okay, first for your computer. At this point, I expect that most of you have experience using a computer for class and for learning, either in a classroom or last spring when we moved to remote learning. And so like any other teacher, I expect that you're using your computer for academic purposes. It's not appropriate to use your computer to play video games or to watch YouTube. You know how sometimes, I don't understand why this would be interesting, but some people like to watch like 4 hours of somebody playing a video game on YouTube. Not even playing it yourself, you just watch somebody else play it. But anyway, so that's not appropriate to do, even if you finish your work early. If you finish your work early, I will give you a lot of different websites and activities that you can browse while you're waiting for us to move on to our next activity, ones that will help you build your English skills. You know, if we were in class, normally if you finish something early, you could like turn and talk to your friend who's next to you, or you could, you know what I mean? Like you could chat with people, but since you can't do that, I'll give you some options for what to do. And then cell phone, I expect that your cell phone won't be a distraction. You're high school students now. I trust that you can figure out how to manage a cell phone while you're attending a meeting. I have my phone right next to me. I assume that you all will have your phone right next to you. So I am not going to tell you to make sure that your phone is put away. I'm not even going to tell you not to check your phone during class. I'm just going to tell you that I expect that it's not going to impact your learning. So if I start to see that you're always like this all the time, always like this, and you're not learning in my class anymore, that's when I'll reach out to you and to your parents or guardians individually. Go to the restroom when you need to go. You don't need to let me know. If you think that we're doing something where I might like call on you and I would be confused why you're not there, you can privately chat with me to let me know that you're running to the restroom. But other than that, again, I'm trusting that you can manage it. And then if it hasn't become clear, I think the number one thing I want to emphasize to you for this year is that you, because I can't see you face to face, I just need you to communicate with me as much as possible, whether that's letting me know about a late assignment or telling me that you need help with something, or telling me that you're running to the restroom during a class discussion where I'm grading you for participation, whatever it is, I will do my best to reach out and communicate with you, and I just ask you to do as much as you can with me. I will not reply outside of school hours and office hours because I think it's really important that we all are able to take a step away from school during the day. So I'm going to model that for you, and I hope that you can do the same. I'm almost done. This is my last slide. Here's what I will commit to you for this year. I will always treat you and your learning with respect. I'll do my best to make sure that you feel comfortable and that you feel safe. That means emotionally safe, intellectually safe, and physically safe. I'll communicate with you and your parents and guardians about your progress in this class. I'll always reply within 24 hours during the school week, not over weekends. And I will give you my 100% effort to be the best teacher that I can be for you so that you can learn and grow as much as possible. So what I need from you is that first, you follow all of our school expectations in the student code of conduct in the handbook, that you show respect for yourself, for your classmates, and for me, that you're doing your best to communicate with me so that I can help you. And just like I'm giving my 100% effort to you all, from you, I need your 100% effort for yourself so that you are doing everything that you can to learn and grow this year. And if we do that, then I know we're going to have an awesome year together. Okay, so final reminders, make sure that you and a parent guardian sign the syllabus signature page in OneNote. If you're in my 3rd period class, it's due Wednesday at 9. If you're in my 6th period class, it's due Thursday at 9. And then in class on Thursday or Friday, we'll practice turning in the assignment on Teams to get practice for that. And that's it. And then you'll have completed your first assignment for high school English.